Hi, this is a video for Real Women Have Hearts covering the subject of depression because a couple of guys said, like, in terms of videos, that was the one that got the votes. So that's, yeah, this video is probably, it's going to be in a couple of parts because I don't actually have any video editing software to sort of make it all snappy and fun. So it's going to be in a couple of parts to try and keep it down, try to keep it a bit more fun for you. Depression is one of the most awful things I've ever faced, I've ever seen anyone face, or have to help anyone with. It can turn the most achieving, amazing person into a mess. It destroys you from the inside out. And the worst part of it is, most of the time you don't have the option to break down and show how you feel. You have to keep going, you have to keep strong, you have to get on with everything. So people don't know what's going on underneath. And the ones that do or don't know the full story, they'll tell you how strong you are and how amazing you are, and it drives you insane because you think, well, if I had the option to break down and show this is how I'm feeling, then I would, but I don't have that option. So, you know, this strength isn't a choice. It's not a choice. I guess I've had depression for about 6 years. It's not constant. It works itself in episodes. These episodes can last from anything from a week to 3 weeks, or a couple of months at a time. But as this is the first video, my story, and well, on all of that, what I have done and how I will go is going to come later. I guess one of the problems, and this is one with me with depression, if you have a family history of it, it can mean you're predisposed towards feeling it. It's not a guarantee that you definitely will suffer from it. In fact, most people actually, regardless of that, do suffer from depression at one point in their lives at the very least. I guess it can come around as a result of a trauma, something like, well, anything from rape to losing someone to being really badly bullied. Anything, it can, it can have a cause, but one of the most important things to realise is that sometimes it just comes about, sometimes it just appears and you didn't do anything, nothing's happened, but it will just come about. I used to get so angry and so frustrated with myself because I had a life that was really privileged and lucky. I didn't have anything to actually really worry about, but I just had this mindset and I just couldn't do anything to change it, and for years I didn't understand anything that was happening, and that's quite sad because now I'm left with physical reminders of the times I was upset and all the times where I was so low. And even though now I'm better at handling it, those physical reminders are still there, and they always will be. People pick up on them, people think they have the right to just bring it up and talk about, but that's again something that I'll cover later because this is such a hard thing to deal with, and if you don't learn or explore how to handle it, you can end up in really dangerous areas like, I guess, addictions of any kind, self-harm, eating disorders. You can do anything to try and solve that problem, and unless you know what proper support you have, what options you have to explore how to deal with it, you can end up in those kind of areas, and trust me, that is something you do not want to do. The importance of bringing this subject into Real Women Have Hearts is because self-image issues can arise from anything. Depression doesn't just attack one part of you and leaves the rest of you to cruise along nicely. It will take everything it can from you. The idea I try and go by, I guess, is if you can't make yourself happy, make other people happy. If you wake up one morning and this is how you feel, it's awful, but if you try and put positive things into the world, you will most often find that you will get those positive things back. But no matter what you feel, no matter what you do, and no matter how you deal with anything, depression is manageable. It is treatable, and you're so much stronger than this illness, because that's what it is. It's an illness. It's just like getting a cold, a really bad one, but like something like that in your head. But because it's mental, people put this idea of responsibility onto it, that it's their fault, that they deserve it, and it's not. It's an illness. That is literally what it is. But you are a lot stronger than it, and the important thing else to remember is that you cannot handle this alone. You can't, and if you think you can, I'm sorry, but you can't. And don't try to. But there is a lot of options there. There's a lot of medication out there. There's a lot of therapies there. There's so many things out there that you can do to manage it, and to eventually even make it go away. But that can depend on you, your issues, and what you choose to deal with. The next few videos, we're going to explore those options, where I'm going to sort of talk about what I've done and what I've explored, and we're going to talk about, I guess, yeah, how you can deal with it, how it can come about, and yeah, we're going to support you guys, because real women have hearts, and sometimes those hearts need a little bit of help. So yeah, this is the first video. Please let me know what you think. I hope it was at least a little bit helpful in some way, but we're going to carry on with that. Alright.